Andi got a Rolls Royce. Andi got a bunch of nice clothes. She got a little bit of diamonds, honey. She got a bag or two. And now she has this multi-million-dollar penthouse. Who wouldn't be jealous, huh? I tell you who, Karen and myself. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis, Erica Vane, coming to you again right here on Erica Vane TV, your number one source for Sistas content. And I have not wanted to make this video. I actually made a short in a TikTok about this, and I thought that was going to be enough, but I needed a little bit more time to expand upon this topic. In this video, we are talking about Karen and if she is jealous of Andi, because a lot of you seem to think that she is, at least in the Twitter space. In the Twitterverse and the Instagram osphere and whatnot. So I figured, why not go ahead and have this conversation, because I think that it's a very important one to have. Now, I am going to go ahead and give you the spoiler alert. I might hurt your feelings with this video. I'm going to speak as honest as I possibly can from my perspective. So please do not jump your behinds in the comment section down below and say, oh, you're just saying what you think. Yes, that's the point of the video. I am saying what I think. You are free to not agree with me, just like you are free to continue to hate on Karen for no damn reason at all, because there's plenty of y'all that's doing that too. But on this here channel, I'm gonna go ahead and tell it like it is and tell it how I feel it. And if you resonate with it, great. If you don't, you don't. Okay? It's all good. All right. So I think the biggest thing that's like the biggest red flag for me with this conversation about how Karen must be jealous of Andi, and that's why she doesn't want her to take the gifts from Gary or forgive Gary. Honestly, it really speaks to the people who thinks this way, what they value in their lives. It makes me kind of concerned just to think about how many women think that a man who hits you or belittles you or is emotionally or mentally abusive to you, that man can go out and buy a Chanel bag. That man can go out and buy a red bottom pump, and then now all of a sudden everything is okay. That concerns me, because no woman, whether it's a fictitious Andi or Sarah that's across the hall, no woman deserves to be mistreated, to be belittled, to be disrespected, and then the response or the apology is nothing but material things as band-aids. Now, I don't know if this is something that really strikes home to me, because I feel like growing up in my family, we didn't actually, and it's not even speaking about romantic relationships, so I'm gonna take it to a familial place real quick, y'all. In my family, on my mother's side, we don't really talk. Like, my family doesn't talk about how they feel. They don't really express themselves. They, for the most part, buy things. And that is the way they show that they love. And I struggled for a long time within my immediate home with my mother, as well as with other family, because I did not feel loved. Because more often than not, you would buy a Barbie doll, or you'll buy a toy, or you'll buy this, or you'll buy that, but you couldn't sow into me certain positive words of affirmation. Like, I would hear I love you, but it was more so in the love bomby type of way after something. Like, it would have to be something that like crazy happened or something like that. I don't know. And I think that these types of things also manifest within romantic relationships, where people are not actually brought up in love, maybe never even really learn what true love is, and then they go on to perpetuate these toxic cycles. And for Gary, it's a toxic cycle of belittling, disrespecting, and abusing Andi, and then trying to buy her way back. And again, it scares me for all the women who are jumping in my comment section, who are DMing, or who I'm even just seeing, not even talking to me, but like on Twitter, seeing them going back and forth and just trying to drag Karen because, oh, she just don't want Andi to have nice things. No, she wants Andi to have a healthy relationship. She wants Andi to have a healed heart. She wants Andi to lean into her confidence and know her worth. She wants Andi to live a life of abundance that she deserves, versus this one of misery and back and forth that she has gotten. And I don't think that any friend or any family member who wants that or expects that of you is a negative force in your life or jealous of you. I have literally been that friend. I have had friends who, I let you hold my car so that you can go spy on your man, and I'm hiding in bushes to catch so and so with you, and doing all of this ridiculous stuff. And it gets to the point where it's like, okay, yeah, I can support you that way. I'm no longer that friend that's going to get in the bushes with you and support you. I'm going to tell you that you're worth more. I'm going to be the one to tell you to walk away from that table when love is no longer being served. I'm going to be the one who stands firm and that I'm not going to be with the shenanigans. So just like Karen walked out of Andi's wedding because that was some bullshit, like, let's keep it real, she's also going to tell her not to go up to this penthouse and not to get enamored with this Rolls Royce, and let her know how crazy it is that she thinks it's romantic that he tracked her car while they were driving, had a fake police officer pull them over in a very real feeling racial traffic stop, on top of all of the other things that he has done. His ex-wife broke into her house and held a gun on Andi and shot him. He squeezed her until she passed out. A few days just before all of this gift giving, he was telling her how none of this stuff in her apartment was anything and how she wasn't anything. So at what point, what should Karen be jealous of? I think it's real cute how people are just like, oh, Karen is just so jealous of Andi. Karen actually had a relationship where Zach loved her. It might not have been perfect. Yes, he did cheat, but he didn't do nearly as much as the damage that Gary continues to do to this day. Gary has done nothing by way of showing Andi that he actually loves her, showing Andi that he actually has changed or can change, showing Andi that things will actually be different. He cannot even give this woman a day or two without contacting her, breathing down her neck, and inserting himself into her life. He is controlling, he is manipulative, he is a menace. I have said this over and over and over again, and it really floors me how many people are running with this narrative of like Karen is the problem. Honestly, I wish more y'all had Karens in y'all lives, because it's telling me that not enough of you have solid ass friends who have morals and belief and who loves you down enough to let you know when you are settling, loves you down enough to know when you are playing down and dimming your light and allowing a damn terrorist to come on your foundation and disrupt everything that you have worked so hard for, including the woman that you have been. Not to mention, y'all, she's already gone through an abusive relationship with her friend while they were in college. Why in the hell would she still want to sit back and watch her go through that again? And again, I'm going to go to another place where I think I might be triggered, because I've experienced this as well. I've been the woman who tried to fight my friend's boyfriend because he was beating on my friend. Make it make sense, y'all. It don't, but that's just how I love. And now I know I will never do that again. Now I know I will just lean into trying to convince my friend that she deserves better and that this ain't it. But like, no Rolls Royce is going to fix it. No penthouse is going to fix it. No bag is going to fix it. And it's interesting to me how so many people are perfectly fine with Fatima having a problem with Gary. But when Karen has a problem with Gary, Karen is hating. Karen is jealous. Now, going back to what I said in my short that I did, I don't think that Karen would trade Zach on any given day for Gary Borders ever. And that is enough proof for me that Karen is not jealous of Andi. If anything, I think that Karen is disappointed in Andi, and she is praying and hoping that at some point her good friend is going to wake the hell up, because she's allowing herself to be drugged through the mud for nothing. Gary is literally nothing. And for all of y'all that are comparing Gary and Zach, please stop. Please stop. Well, I mean, I guess I can't even expect you to stop, because if you really feel like material things are going to do something or money matters, then you're already too far gone anyway. But they are nothing alike. While Zach doesn't necessarily know how to communicate his love and still had a bunch of ways that he needed to heal from previous life trauma, he loved Karen. You could see that he loved Karen. You can see that Karen loves Zach. I have yet in the course of this entire 4 seasons of this series seen one moment where I actually thought that Gary loved Andi. You're comparing apples and oranges, and it don't make no damn sense. But you're free to continue to do so, because that's all of my thoughts around the conversation of if Karen is jealous of Andi. As you guessed it, I don't think that she is. If anything, maybe my good sis is envious of Fatima, which would make sense because Fatima is getting the better version of her ex who she's still in love with. And I could totally see that. I could totally see her looking at that as a thing of like, damn, I wish it was me. But when it comes to Andi, no, you can go ahead and keep that. Millions of all that stuff and the millions of heartaches and drama that came with it. No, thank you, boo-boo. We're going to keep our little baby, and we're going to keep our little salon, and we're going to keep our, going through the process of heartbreak, because this is much better than anything that Andi got going on over there. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And when you let me know your thoughts, please try to keep it respectful. I have no problem with people disrespecting me, but when y'all start coming for me, calling me out my name and stuff, that's when we got a problem. And I'm from Baltimore. Don't forget it. Okay? Love y'all. See y'all in the next video. I cannot wait for this week's episode of Sistas. If you missed it, I did the preview for this week's episode. It is going to be a good one. We are going to see the face-off, I think, between Fatima and Karen. I'm a little bit nervous because my good sis Fatima's talking about it's a long 9 months, and I'm like, well, what you saying, honey? What you saying? But we gonna see in the next one. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn your bell notification so you don't miss out on any of my sister's videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.